Greetings and good evening to all. Thank you for joining us for today's partnership launch event with Western Governors University. My name is Gerald Johnson II, and I serve as the Chief Development Officer for Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated at our general offices here in Baltimore, Maryland. We are excited to be collaborating with WGU to ensure that our brothers and members of the Divine Nine can pursue an advanced degree, expand their career opportunities, and strengthen their professional acumen, all while staying working as a working adult. Today's event will be streamed live via our Facebook and YouTube, so please feel free at this time to use the chat function to introduce yourselves. What organization and chapter are you from? What state? What is your area of interest? Let everyone know who will be joining today's call. While the presenters will be going, our team will be checking the chats and looking for questions for our conclusion session with the question and answers. We would like to thank our partners at WGU for also extending this exceptional opportunity to our brothers. And most importantly, we would like to thank our launch teams for their tireless teamwork and collaboration in ensuring that this partnership begins and is established and moved forward. At this time, I would like to pass it over to Ms. Eldred Butler, the Strategic Partnerships Manager in Business Development at WGU, to introduce herself and also to lead off today's event.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. But before I start, I would like to talk just a little bit about the honor it is to be here and to actually be with the Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. The leader of the Diversity, Equity, and Initiative group at WGU is on here tonight, and his name is Mr. Jason Thompson, and I would like to give him the opportunity to say a few words. Jason?
Thank you, Eltra. It's an honor to be here. Obviously, these are the type of partnerships that make a difference in the world, and it's an honor to be able to partner with an organization that's used to being the first. And clearly, this is our first partnership of this kind. We're an organization who's made a commitment to diversity and increasing opportunities and expanding opportunities. And the way you do that is through who you align yourself with. So we are honored as an institution to be able to say we are aligned with the Alphas. Clearly, this is the kind of partnership we want to be an example for not only other universities, but for individuals to be proof of our commitment to our diversity. So we just want to take a moment to thank all of you, all those who work very hard. Eltra, I know you put in a lot of work here, and we're definitely honored to be here and excited about this partnership. So thank you all very much, and looking forward to partnering with you.
Thank you so much for that, Jason. I definitely didn't do it by myself, and we'll hear from your other partner in crime and mine to Leah in just a moment. I'm going to start with a presentation of our partnership. Is everybody able to see my screen? A little bit about WGU. We came to be in 1997, and we get our name because 19 governors of the Western United States had a vision, and their vision was to create a college that would give their residents greater access to a college education and also more career opportunities. WGU is for the working adult. With our organizations, the majority of us, like our WGU students, we work, and we are trying to put so many different things into our day. So WGU's model is anywhere, anytime. We utilize the internet in order to bring our students, their mentors, and the whole educational process together. We are proudly nonprofit. We are 100% online. We're competency-based, which means you prove that you know the material. And we're self-paced. We're also regionally accredited, and that means we have a high quality of innovation, oriented outcomes, and we are accredited by the same commission as UNLV. We have 4 colleges within WGU. That is the College of Business, Information Technology, Health Professions, and we have a teacher's college, and that's like for the K through 12 education, endorsements, and things of that nature. We have degrees that are based upon the most in-demand fields, and we are continuously coming up with more degrees, especially in the field of IT. And just to let you know, our IT programs have certifications built into them. We are proud to say we currently have over 130 active students. We've graduated thousands of students, and last weekend we had another graduation, and one of our most senior graduates is 70 years of age. We have students all over the United States and over 214,000 alumni. We also are considered a veteran-friendly university. This slide just gives you a little bit of a background on the types of students we have. Once again, non-traditional, average age is in their 30s, median is 37, and 82% of our students were working at least part-time back in the end of 2020. About 3 to 5% of our students are active duty military, and about 27% of our students are students of color. These are some of the different arms within Western Governors University. A popular one is our Wgu Academy, and that is like the first step for people. If they've never taken college courses before and they want a little bit of help to get prepared to enter the college process, that is typically where many of our students start. And sometimes they come to WGU, sometimes they don't. But with that program and our student success program, they become highly competitive for whatever college they decide to enter. With our personalized learning and our CBE, you don't have to spend a set amount of time in a particular class. The good thing is you take one class at a time. When you finish it, you can go on to the next class. Although our terms are 6 months long, if you finish your courses for that term before the 6 months is up, you can take another course from your next term, and it is at no additional cost. We are flat fee pricing. Each of our students get a program mentor, and I would like to kind of equate that to like your advisor at a brick and mortar type institution. That mentor stays with you the entire time of your program. So they know everything that's going on with you and about you, and they help you along the way. If you need tutoring, they help to arrange that for you. And you can stop and pause as needed. And the most, I would say, awesome thing about WGU is like when it's time for you to take your test, it's not like you have to take it at a particular time. Typically, you can take them up until 11 p.m. at night. So we try to really make it easy for our students to obtain the education that they need when they need it. I love this picture because our current motto is ambition never rests. And that is true about us in our organizations. We're always striving to do better and to go higher. And we have this campaign where we spotlight different people in their communities and their stories. And that picture represents a mural that was done for a gentleman. But with our flat rate pricing, on average for undergraduate, you're looking at roughly $6,700 a year. That's your tuition, textbooks, fees, and everything. And on the graduate side, a little bit over $7,000 a year. The goal is financial stability. We want to help students to manage that debt. 42% of our undergraduate alumni complete their degrees without taking student loans. We have numerous ways to make sure our students have accessibility. And with the pandemic, a lot of people realized how important the internet was. So we've even started online access grants. And that's where if a student really wants to come to WGU, but they don't have the internet capability or that internet bill is too high, we started instituting grants so to help students pay for that internet or, for like a year or to help them finish that program. We've even been known to help with computers that have died. Our goal is to make sure education is accessible to everyone. Our model is basically this. It's designed for affordability, personalized learning in the skills that are in demand, and to also find better paying jobs, which means better financial stability for our families. We have low cost tuition, less debt, low time to complete a degree, and basically great student satisfaction. Our retention rates are fantastic. And I'm glad to say we were not totally impacted by the pandemic because we were already online. And so our program mentors and course instructors and enrollment team, they were right there for our students. Our goal was to make sure that they did not have education as an additional burden for them. Results with the financial, our students have less than, almost right at 4% student loan default rate, and we're at 60% graduation rate within 50% within a 6-year, which is much higher than at traditional institutions, and a satisfaction rate of approximately 95%. With WGU, we have a set of values that we live by, and one is to expand access, renew the promise of education, personalized learning, and reducing cost. We also believe in that golden rule of how you treat people, and just to make sure that we try to give back as much as possible. So these are things that we try to make sure we always show our students, and that it exudes through those phone calls or through those Zoom calls that all of us have become so accustomed to. For those who need a little bit of help with accessibility, we do have an accessibility office. They do assist with accommodations that may be needed. Not a lot of students assume that we have that, but we do. We try to make sure that we have all the different things available that a traditional brick and mortar would have. Our job is to change lives for the better by creating pathways to opportunity. And so with that comes our collaboration with Alpha Phi Alpha and the reason why we're here this evening. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Jason.
Eltra, I don't know if you can put the slide back up, and I can try to respond to the items on the deck there.
Let me go back to.
And while she's going back, we wanted to just use this as a moment to speak to the commitment here and our desire to be fully supportive of all the students who attend WGU. It's clear that this collaboration is designed for us to execute on our commitments. And we as an organization have said publicly that diversity, equity, and inclusion is important. And the way we do that is who we partner with. And by aligning with the Alphas, we clearly are making a statement. The second piece there is we obviously want to partner with other members of the Divine Nine as well. So we think these kind of partnerships help us execute on our commitments and are proof of what we say. I think there are a lot of organizations who have said, diversity is important, but it's in what you say, it has to be followed up in what you do. And I think the scholarship opportunities that come as part of this are proof of the fact that we want to fully support our students, and we clearly want to be a partner, and hopefully that message is landing. The full goal here is to create the kind of partnership that also creates graduates and helps people reach their not only academic goal, but their career goals. And so by being able to support the members through graduate education, that's the kind of education that helps people exceed and continue to grow in their careers. So as you can see here, the list of items not only outline the fact that we'd like to obviously partner with other organizations, but that the Alphas are the first, you're our first partner. I think this type of partnership speaks to both organizations and the opportunities that are in front of us. So with that being said, I'll go back to you, and thanks again. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, is there an application fee? There is not. For financial members of Alpha Phi Alpha, in your membership portal, that is where you will receive your code. There is no application fee for those financial members. And for this and the scholarship, which is a $5,000 scholarship towards your education, when you apply, you will be asked for your membership number, and it will be verified through Alpha. This way we can make sure you are who you say you are. And we are so excited to be able to start awarding these scholarships. It is a way to make sure you can get your education and for a much lower cost. And how the scholarship will work, we're on terms, so it will be divided over the 4 terms, but the first term will actually be $2,000. So it will be front loaded a little bit to definitely help with any type of financial burden that may be there. To know that you're awarded a scholarship, you will be contacted by our scholarship department within WGU. We have lots of different scholarships, so if for some reason you are not able to get this scholarship, there are others that we definitely encourage you to apply for. And we have a dedicated person, her name is Santara, who will be able to answer any questions at all about the scholarship and the process. And I did verify before we started tonight, the contact within the fraternity will be Mr. Johnson himself if you do have questions about the process. Also, we have developed a fantastic QR code that will take you directly to your landing page. If you all have not been snooping around on the WGU site, you all have your own landing page, and it's very nice. I love the picture that was chosen for your page, but all you have to do, if you have your cell phones tonight, just go to the QR code and it will take you to your very own landing page within WGU. And for those who are ready to enroll, here is the phone number that you can call. Ours is very easy, 866, call WGU. And also in the chat on both the Facebook forum and for YouTube, we do have people manning that tonight. So thank you to Alexis and Jessica for actually assisting us tonight to answer any questions about WGU and particularly like landing pages and things like that for us this evening. And I'll send it back over to Mr. Johnson.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Butler, for that quick overview there, and also for answering some of our questions. I wanted to see if there were any questions in the chat there, so I'll provide folks a quick second to see if they had anything. I actually see that we do actually have a few questions in our chat here. Let's see here if Ms. Butler or Mr. Thompson would like to join me on the screen here, and I can drop these in our chat. Let's see there. First question, someone's asking more so about your graduate program and studies, about those opportunities that are available.
You said the graduate programs?
Yes, asking about graduate studies and also teaching opportunities.
Awesome. On the graduate side for teaching, if you are looking to get into the field of education, but you do not have an undergraduate degree in education and you're seeking licensure, we do also offer that. So that is one of the good things. So depending upon what you want, we have a wonderful special education master's as well. And then we also have like Masters of Arts. We have like for science. So it just kind of depends on what you're interested in. Our enrollment team, which is one of the great things about how our enrollment team works, they will actually work with potential students and talk them through like, okay, exactly what do you want to do? What is your long-term goal? And direct them to the one that is best. Since we are competency-based, you don't have to worry about, well, I took this class so many years ago. We just need to know that you understand the content and that you can pass it. So when you're going through your programs, you actually finish a lot quicker than you would think. When it comes to teacher licensure, you still do have to do your demonstration teaching for that program, and that will be built into your licensure program. So if you're trying to get into the field of education, please do. We need more male teachers. We need more male teachers of color, and I commend you. Definitely think about coming to WGU for this. And thank you, Damien, for being a proud recent graduate of WGU.
That's awesome. Thank you, Damien. Quick question. I see we had a question here. Actually, a brother just sent this to me via text there. As far as the student and faculty interaction, this will be their first time looking at an online only university. Can you talk a little more about that as far as that assistance?
I will talk to you about this from actually, I took some classes with WGU prior to even working here. And I will say I had a wonderful mentor, and shout out Tina Curtis. And you talk with your mentor, and that person, like I said, they guide you throughout. And it's not like it's a long drawn out, something to dread. This is the person that becomes your confidant. On those days that you don't want to do anything anymore, this is your cheerleader. And so with the interactions, you schedule times that are convenient for your schedule. And that is the awesome thing. It's not like a Monday through Friday job. They are required to have some night and or weekend hours. So they truly work around your schedules. So if you take your lunch every day at 10:30, they will come up with a time that works for you. And that'll be your set time. They understand life happens. They will work with you. But this way, you have somebody to also help you stay accountable, but also to see, hey, I see you're having problems in this course. Would you like for me to help you get a tutor or anything like that? Because as adults, it takes a lot for us to ask for help sometimes. So this is somebody else that is assisting you with that process, and someone you can just be honest with, like, hey, I don't feel like I can do this. Okay, why not? Let me help you through this. This person becomes your best friend during this entire time. And for those who want to, please Google our graduation ceremonies and testimonials. You will see people crying and talk and bringing up their mentors before their spouses or significant others, because this person becomes that close to them.
Thank you, Ms. Butler, for sharing. Then I think that is a good imagery as far as those that are looking to get back into kind of finishing their degree. And then another question we had, and I think this may be the last one here, is as far as the grant opportunities are concerned, are regarded. Could you talk a little more about those opportunities for students coming in?
The grant or our particular scholarship?
They may admit the scholarship.
Okay.
The grant. Mm-hmm.
For any kind of the traditional financial aid, I will leave that to somebody in financial aid because I do not want to say anything incorrect. But for our scholarship, when you apply, there are different factors. And of course, to make sure that you need this money is one of the factors. But it is not a long drawn out scholarship application, but they want to know something about you. Tell us your story. And then as we're deciding upon eligible candidates, we verify your membership, as I had mentioned earlier, and then we bring it back to the fraternity and say, these are the people that we've identified. These are the people that we would like to celebrate. And so this is a celebration of you for going this extra mile. But if you cannot get this particular $5,000 scholarship, please apply for other scholarships. And actually, when you apply for a scholarship, you are applying for the multitude of scholarships. So don't think that just because you haven't heard something today or tomorrow that you won't be able to get a scholarship. Also, you can apply for scholarships as long as you apply within your first 90 days of being a student. So if you're a current student at WGU and you're still within that 90-day window, guess what? Apply for the scholarship.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Butler, for providing us that great overview, and also for the team at WGU for joining us today for this great presentation. We're excited to be part of WGU to provide our brothers as well as our community members with the opportunity to really gather those KSD, as I call it, the knowledge, skills, and disposition necessary to really chart a path forward through success. So leaving off, I definitely wanted to tell you all, thank you all for joining us today. And I'm going to pass it to Ms. Butler for any last words.
Thank you. Before we cut off, I would like for Talia to say a few words and actually to send us off this evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm Talia Mark Brookshire, Director of Diversity at WGU. And I just want to say thank you. We're really excited about the partnership. We're really excited about being leaders in the space. And that's everybody that's on the call right now. And for me, it's really exciting to be a part of a team that is not afraid to think big and be innovative and go big. So just thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you for your partnership, and have a great night.